Okay, so here are the rails, and here is our show.
Completely off. Completely gone today. What in the world? Derailed. Yay, you're here. Welcome to the CK and GK podcast. Let's get going. I like when I fake pushed the button and I thought I was recording and then I wasn't. But no, it's here. Do it anyway. I'm going to leave this in. I got it.
All right, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
Yep.
Not
again.
exactly Newsday.
Right. And you know that it's Tuesday because Jenny sings It's Tuesday to you.
So with me today, as always, since we've noticed that even though our age is the same, our development is very different. I have the Catherine Zeta-Jones to my Michael Douglas.
Oh, man. That's definitely an age difference for sure right there. I like it, though.
Right. And look, they've stuck it out.
They really have. They've lasted a long time. I think longer than any of us expected. Well done, you two. We congratulate you. All right. So I have Jenny with me. She is the youngest child and only daughter of Nick and Maddie Russo, best friend of 6 and longtime on again, off again, girlfriend of Vinny. Blossom is here. Yay, Blossom. So
no hat today, though.
No hat. That was a quick little shout out to Designated Quizzers. They just released our collab episode with them, and it was big fun.
It was super fun to record, and it was fun to listen to and relive.
Oh yeah. So if you haven't checked it out yet, Designated Quizzers released our episode, and you can find us in anywhere you listen to podcasts is where you can find that one. I also wanted to really quickly shout out Petals of Support for providing some good validation and mama love with an episode about pet loss. It was very nice and kind of Mama D to do that. And really quickly, I have to say this. My son's school puts together little celebrations that are kind of like carnivals for each grade level. And yesterday they did a kinder rodeo, and it was the cutest thing. They had the best time. Sam came home with all kinds of smiley faces. He was definitely wiped out too, which was also very much appreciated, but it was a great day. They even had all the kids make stick horses, and parents came in and helped them make stick horses, and Sam is still riding his stick horse around the house. So he loved it. It was a great day. So thank you very much to my son's school. You know who you are. And one last thing, it is Easter and Passover weekend. And I would just like to say that we are wishing you a wonderful celebration, however you celebrate either of those two holidays. And if you, it's already over. So yes, we hope it was
hope you had a great one.
Yes, we hope you had a great one. And if you didn't celebrate, then, hope it was a great weekend. Whatever. All right, so let's get started with circle time. Got any sports news today?
Right. I have some sports news for us. F1 is back. I can't believe I hadn't talked about this yet.
What is F1? Stop for a second. What's F1 for people who don't know?
This is Formula One racing. I've talked about it on the show before.
Yes.
My husband got sucked into it by watching the Netflix show that follows the season.
Okay.
And kind of shows you the big characters, if you will,
yeah,
of the sport. But it's car racing, and it's very popular in Europe.
And it's not you take a left and 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 another left. It's not that kind of car racing.
The courses wind, and each course is different and has different turns.
Okay.
The cars are not all stock cars. Like in NASCAR, like all the cars have to be the same. In F1, you can manipulate your car a little differently.
Oh, cool.
It's fun to watch. The races are short. They are traveling very fast, and they're not very long courses, not like the Daytona 500 miles. These are much shorter races. They're over in, hour and a half. So they're fun to watch.
Far more digestible.
Yeah, we decided this season that we would make breakfast to match each race. And I think I might have talked
You did.
about the Bahrainian breakfast that did not go well. We did not do a good job making Bahrainian food. So we've decided for each race, we will make a themed meal and eat it while we watch the race. The race that just happened last weekend was Australia, but because Abigail was not with us last weekend, we have pushed it to this weekend. So we are having an Australian themed day tomorrow.
Okay, what's that gonna look like?
We are listening to different Australian music, and we put together like a didgeridoo playlist, and then also like Australian pop hits.
Nice.
We'll watch Australian TV, which, you know, I love Australian TV.
I do know you love Australian TV.
And we'll watch the race, and maybe we'll like do some coloring or something of Australia and learn about their history.
Learn about koalas.
Yes, well, for sure, koalas.
Yeah, you have to.
The next upcoming race is Italy this coming weekend. And so not the weekend that you missed on Easter, but the weekend that's actually coming up after this episode.
Yes.
And then the race in Miami on the 8th of May.
Awesome. Well, that sounds like fun. So then what are you going to do for Miami? Are you going to do like Miami Cuban food? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good Cubans. That's a good sandwich right there.
Right?
Oh, I can eat those. And you can watch that movie Chef, the Jon Favreau movie with Sofia Vergara.
I thought we would dress all in pastels and maybe watch a few episodes of The Golden Girls.
You could do that. My experience in Miami, I did not wear pastels, and it was a very grown-up experience. So yeah, if you have the kids around, you probably can't do it that way.
No. This is not a South Beach.
Yes, I had a South Beach experience. That's
right.
Good times. Good times. All right. So for me, I just want to say a quick congratulations to Allison Felix, who just recently announced that she is retiring at the end of the 2022 track and field season. She has, in her career, gotten 13 gold medals in a total of 18 overall medals from world championships alone. And then you add to it, and then you add to it that she just recently won her 10th and 11th Olympic medals. So now she's surpassed Carl Lewis in terms of the U.S. record book for medal count. Yep. And she is now second in terms of the best runners in history. So that's pretty impressive. Congratulations, Allison Felix. And she's doing...
And what a way to go,
right.
Man.
She's doing some amazing work now advocating for mothers in the workplace and outside of it. So congratulations to her. Thank you for the hard work you're doing. And we appreciate all that you've done for American sports.
Congrats.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that brings us to the gem of the week. So I was talking actually to one of our listeners about her son who's just over a year old. And they have a rule in their house because this sweet, sweet baby gets very relaxed in the tub. And
oh no.
And some parents may have experienced this. Sometimes when your child is very relaxed in the tub, they have a bowel movement in the tub. And so this family has a rule that before their son can take a bath, he must poop twice in the day. So they have a 2 poop for a bath rule. And so he might want to take a bath in the middle of the afternoon. They say, no, you must poop first.
Oh my goodness. Is it working for them?
They haven't had to clean up the tub recently. So yes.
I know I have several friends who that happened to over and over and over again. Like it just became a thing. And for us, it was never really a thing. I'm sure it happened, but I don't recall it being a thing at our house. So
happened a couple of times with Abigail, and Kit wasn't so much a tub pooper as he was a nap pooper.
Oh.
And rather than call to us from his bedroom and say, I'm done with my nap, he would become Pooh Casso and reach into his diaper and paint all over the crib and the wall.
I think I remember you telling me one time that you had to leave a phone call because your husband was screaming down at you, like, get up here.
He did it again. Yeah. And it happened enough that like we had a routine. Like I clean the kid, he cleans the room, and then we would swap. Like he gets the room next time, or he gets the kid next time. Yep.
Oh no.
And this is during the like height of quarantine when rubber gloves were really hard to come by. So we would wash the gloves.
You had
and
to
reuse them.
You did what you had to do.
Yeah.
It's so awful.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't want to picture it. That was bad. I should not have done that. Well, I have a heartwarming story that I'm going to tell you.
Oh, good.
My son goes to swim lessons every week, and this particular day, not today, but this day that it was happening, it became very clear that he was being evaluated to move on to the next level. And when that's happening, there are instructors kind of standing in the way of like the viewing space. So I couldn't really see what was happening. I just knew like, okay, it's pretty hardcore. They're evaluating him right now. But I could see the next little aisle from where my son was. And there's a little boy in there who is having a one-on-one private lesson. And this sweet boy, I believe, I'm not positive, but I believe that he may be on the autism spectrum, and it might be pretty severe. Whatever it is clear that when he is communicating with his mother, who comes and has another child in the swim lesson and a baby in a stroller, that she is very much one of the only people who can understand him. And I think that this swim lesson instructor, this coach, has also formed a bond with this child. So I'm watching this child and the instructor instead, because my own son is not able to be viewed at this time, just given what's happening in front of me. And the mother behind me is there with two other women. I imagine one is the grandmother and maybe one is a family friend or a sister. And they're going, oh my gosh, watch this, watch this. And I look over kind of more carefully, and I see that the instructor is not holding on to this little boy. He's swimming by himself. And I had never seen that. I've been watching, this family for a couple of months now, seeing them and how they all interact and how much love there clearly is between this family. And he gets to the other side. Now they're swimming like the short way across, but he's swimming almost entirely by himself for most of the way across. And the instructor is right there with him, making sure he's like safe and everything like that. And he comes up out of the water. There's like a little bench inside this pool where the kids can stand up. And he comes up out of the water and he starts clapping for himself. And when I tell you that I booger cried over this child who I don't know, I turn around and the mother is clearly like wiping sweet little tears away, and they're like celebrating, and all you hear is like, oh my gosh, he did it himself, he's so happy. And I turned around and I was like, he's just so happy. And I'm sobbing for this beautiful moment. And then right when that happens, the instructors move away from my like view line of my own son, and my son is holding his like graduated to the next level swim bracelet. They do like the little rubber, like they used to be like the Live Strong bracelets, but they're like little rubber ones. Yeah. And I just look down and my own child is beaming with pride. And then this child is happily clapping for himself because he knows he did it. And I think my heart grew 3 sizes that day. I'm pretty sure the Grinch would have been like, yeah, if you can't get happy over that, like you've got a problem. Oh, it was the sweetest, most beautiful little like 30-second moment. And I'm telling you, we were all sobbing. Like we were all crying.
That's so good.
And I'm looking at this mother and I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know you. I'm just like sitting here crying over your child. Like my own son, I'm very proud of. And also your sweet boy is clapping for himself. And I'm just, oh God, it just made my heart so happy. It was just the most beautiful little thing. So that's probably my gem. Like I had a little happy gem.
That's so good.
Yeah, it was so really sweet. I know. I'm like, I don't think I'm ever gonna like forget that. As long as I'm going to that swim place and I see that family, I will. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure she won't, right? Like if you're the mother, you see that, you'll never forget that. That's a core memory unlocked right there. So just very, very sweet little moment. That's mine.
Love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Super good.
Okay. Got any obsessions?
All right. So let me tell you what I'm obsessed with.
That means yes. Let's hear it.
In January, we ordered the tonal.
Okay, this is not the one that may or may not have killed Big in the reboot of SATC. This is the mirror one that has handles on it.
Right.
So it's not the mirror, it's the mirror that has additional gear.
Right.
Ooh,
this
fancy.
is and my husband says it's not, but it totally is. It is the digital upgrade to the Chuck Norris Total Gym.
Yes. That is amazing. Do you remember watching those? I watched those all the time.
Yeah.
Didn't he bring Christy Brinkley on them too? Wasn't she part of it? Oh man, I loved watching those.
Yeah. So
what an unhealthy obsession at such a young age to be like, I want to get fit too. Well, what in the world?
No, and I just loved infomercials. I mean, I still do. Like, right? I watch QVC for fun.
Hold on.
Loved infomercials as a kid. My favorite one was luxurious hair, and it was clip-in hair extensions. I never wanted to order them. I just wanted to watch the infomercial over and over again.
Do you know which one I really, really loved was the Food Saver one? I could watch that meat get marinated in those bags all day long. You know, it was so funny. The other day, my husband is flipping through channels, and he goes, "Uh-oh." And I was like, what? Uh-oh. And he starts furiously sending a text. And he goes, I just told John not to let Jenny turn on QVC because Candace Cameron Bure is on it.
When worlds collide.
Right, exactly. John goes, oh, she's seen that one like 400 times. Don't even worry about it. I was like, yeah, she's definitely seen it. We've talked about it on the show. Like, it was her skincare line. Jenny's already using it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was that John was like, yeah, she already has the product. Like, she doesn't need to watch the commercial again, but she probably would if I told her it was on. It was just really, really funny to watch my husband be like, oh, she's already seen it. Like him not knowing, like how the infomercial
this is worse than
Cameron,
I thought.
Yeah, how those two things could come together in one place and Jenny wouldn't have seen it. Are you kidding? Like, it was really funny. It was really funny. Okay, tell me the infomercial tonal. We're back on tonal.
The gym is called Tonal.
Yes.
Imagine a television.
Yes.
Hung vertically.
Okay, like a mirror.
Like a mirror.
Yeah.
Okay. And it does have a mirror-like finish.
Okay.
As if you had hung an iPad or phone on the wall.
Oh, okay.
Black mirror. It's Black Mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The whole thing is a touch screen.
Oh, nice.
And when you turn it on, you log into your specific account, and you get multiple accounts for each like membership, right?
Yeah.
John has his whole account. I have my own account. Abigail has her own account. She just turned 15 this morning, so she has one.
They're not a sponsor. It doesn't matter. It's fine.
No, it's fine. Anyhow, you log in, and there's like, I don't know, 2 or 3 dozen different trainers, and they all have their own classes, a la Beachbody. And there are many other little mini lessons or longer ones. There's live classes. There's classes that were recorded live. They have some that use the equipment and some that don't. But it has 2 big arms, like a home gym, that you can rotate in different ways, lift up and down. I don't know why I'm doing this with my arms. Y'all cannot see me on this recording, but I am moving my arms around like a pterodactyl trying to explain how this works. And then it uses magnets and science to make weight.
You mean magic? It uses magic.
Oh my God. Science. It does. Okay. My mom loves saying that magnets are science and magic in one. And I say science and magic, it can't go together. You can have science, you can have magic, but once you use magic, you're not using science anymore. And magnets do not have any magic in them.
I just wanted to see what I could do to get you riled up, and it totally worked. Gosh. Oh, I'm so good at this. All right.
My husband believes that kolaches cannot contain meat.
What?
Because the Polish word of kolache is a fruit pastry. So when you make a
Okay.
sausage kolache, you're actually making a kolbashniki or something. It's like a different word.
It's a
And so
dumpling.
he's like, yeah, he says you cannot have a kolache with meat. I say that you cannot have magnets and magic.
Got it.
But
Okay.
anyway,
Okay.
so back to the story. It uses these digital magnets to make the resistance feel like different weights.
That's awesome.
You start by doing a little assessment, and it tells you how much weight you can use to get the most effective workout. It actually looks at your body and your form and gives you feedback on your form while you're doing the.
That's nice.
Yeah. And they have workouts that you can do together, while some of them are you're working out by yourself.
Yeah.
Some of them, like Abby and I did one today that was together.
How fun.
Which was super fun, right?
Yeah.
So I have totally drank the tonal Kool-Aid.
All right.
I'm all in.
I like
Love it.
I'm interested.
And it
very much. I'm very interested.
Yeah. It is an investment.
Yes, I understand. I've heard that before.
Yeah. And we made it knowing that we haven't been to the gym since March of 2020.
Yes.
We were not going to be able to return anytime soon because John doesn't want to have to work out in a mask.
Right.
And we're still masking in public.
Yes.
And so we said, you know what? What if we put the money that we would have spent every month on a gym membership toward this?
I think that makes sense.
You know, also eat ramen for a couple of weeks.
Well, the other thing is too, when you're doing this kind of investment, yes, there's a financial piece of that, and that is not to be scoffed at. You're also making an investment in your future health, which does matter. And I think that if that's the way that you're going to go about investing in your future health, then the money is, if you can afford it, then I think, have at it, because that's even more important.
We very cleverly installed it in our bedroom so that it is there. Right? It's not in the guest room. It's not in the media room. It's not behind a closed door where we're not going to see it. It is in the bedroom, and we will see it every morning and every evening.
Okay. To me, that would be hard because we work out early in the morning. So it would be like a disruption for one of us, but you guys, that's not your thing. Okay.
No. Morning.
If I don't get up and do it immediately, it is not going to get done. I cannot tell you the number of times that I've been like, oh, it's Saturday. It's my yoga day. I don't really need to. And then I never do it because it's 2:30 and I'm like, nah, I'm out. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I've done other things. I'm good. I love this. I think that's a great investment in yourself. Speaking of investing in myself, I may or may not have purchased Masterclass 2 years ago, and I have not used it. I purchased it as a gift for my husband for Christmas 2 years ago. He has used it. I don't know that he's used it in the past year, though. But
oh my gosh, you know that we had Masterclass. That's what I got for graduating with my master's.
Yes.
And we did the French bread baking class.
Dying to do that one.
We still have our starter. And I took Sheila E.'s percussion class.
Hey, that's amazing. I know my husband has watched the one that Franklin from Franklin's Barbecue did.
Oh, yeah. John did that one too.
Yeah. He watched that one. I have not watched more than one. I need to. But I just learned today that Mariah Carey has a masterclass. And she's teaching it on the voice instrument. No, smarty pants. No, she's teaching it on the voice instrument. Now, to me, this is a little unfair.
Oh my gosh. Are you going to sing like Mariah Carey?
Now, here's the thing. I used to sing a lot. So, and my sister is a professional singer. She is an opera singer. Her husband is also an opera singer. They live in Germany. They're part of an opera company. This is no joke. This is a thing that my family can do. Some of us do have a little bit of singing ability. My sister has a lot of it.
No one has ever called you a vocal terrorist.
No, that's true. I am not one. I will say that. I actually do have a decent voice. And when I was learning to sing, I used to do everything I could to imitate Mariah Carey. Yes. On the Someday. On that album, her debut album that has Someday on it. And I can't remember the name of it. So for me,
stars have aligned.
Oh, I am nerding out over this because I love her. I still love her. That's actually my real obsession, is that I just heard that song Honey from forever ago, and I am like nonstop playing it over and over in my head right now. And so
That
I
is
see
so
this
funny.
and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Mariah. I love Mariah Carey. I will fangirl out over this. So now I'm like actually thinking, okay, you have a little bit of time today. Maybe you should just go and like watch her masterclass. So
Yeah, you should.
you should log into your account that you don't know the password of. Hopefully Google Chrome has saved it, and you can just go and watch her class and enjoy her and her company. Now here's the problem with this. I think it's kind of unfair. Mariah Carey has, her mother is an opera singer who studied at Juilliard, and her range is 4 octaves. Okay, the
That's a
normal
lot.
range is like 2-ish. You might have a little more, a little less. Ariana Grande has a 3 octave range, and Ariana Grande has the most vocal control of anyone I've ever heard in my life. So in my mind, Mariah Carey teaching this is sort of like, you have to have some talent to do this. So maybe it's going to be helpful for me, but for the average vocal terrorist, it's not going to be helpful for a few people. So
I mean, here's the thing. I love to sing.
you do love to sing.
I love to sing. I know I'm terrible at it, but I truly enjoy it. Last night, I had a blast singing the hits of Karen Carpenter.
Whatever floats your boat, girl.
What I wanted to do. So you know what? I sat there, made dinner, and belted out. And you don't have to be good at something to enjoy it.
That's very true. I do like that perspective.
I love parenting.
Well, yeah, that's.
I'm
just thinking of like
good at that.
how intimidating this could potentially be to someone who's like unsure of their own voice. Like,
sure.
I mean, again, I'm willing to give this a shot, but I also have listened to her for 20, 30 years at this point. Almost 30.
We
She'll be
should
mad at me
also
for saying that.
we should also poll the masterclass participants. How many of you watch the masterclass versus do the masterclass?
Fair point. That is really, really true. I think I might throw that up as like a Twitter poll. Who actually watches and participates and just watches? Because you are supposed to learn something. That is literally the entire point right now.
We did the bread class, and I did the Sheila E. drumming class, and I had to like put my laptop up on the tom-tom, and I'm like trying to do it.
Yeah.
But there were lots of master classes I just watched.
Yeah.
Like the Penn and Teller magic one.
Oh, have you ever seen Penn and Teller live?
No.
It is amazing. I saw them. This is so ridiculous. I went to Vegas.
This is a question.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Penn and Teller live?
Who goes to magic shows?
I do. But I go to the cheap ones that are $10 and come with 2 drinks. Tip your waitress.
Like a card, any card.
I got 2 shows on Sunday.
Right. This is like the Michael Scott School of Magic. Michael the Magic. So I went to Vegas with a couple of girlfriends, and one of the moms of the girlfriends came, and she brought a friend, and we were all just kind of there hanging out. And it was like kind of like before I got married. So we sort of viewed it as like a girls' trip, but not like a bachelorette party or anything. It was just like the 3 of us and the moms. And we went to Penn and Teller live, and it was so cool. I'm not even going to pretend that I was like,
oh, I'm sure it was amazing.
Oh yeah, I was totally into it. I'm not even going to pretend I wasn't, because it was amazing. They did at the end, there was like a gunshot, and you're like waiting for someone to be dead, and no one's dead, of course, because that's how magic works. But it was amazing. How are we talking about magic again? I don't know.
Right?
We probably should move this along.
Okay, so the next thing, the real talk today, the meat of our quote unquote lesson, I want to preface by saying we're going to be talking about Mother's Day. And I know that Mother's Day comes with conflicted feelings for a lot of people. Maybe you want to be a mother and you're not. Maybe you have a difficult relationship with your mother. Maybe you have a challenged relationship with your children, or maybe you
are grieving a loss.
We want to honor that those are feelings, and let you know that for the rest of this episode, we are going to be focusing on Mother's Day. And if that is something that will cause you pain or trauma, we want to give you a chance to turn the episode off.
We respect that everyone's journey through motherhood or not motherhood, or everyone's family dynamic is so different, and we just want to honor that. And it hasn't been easy for either of us to be parents or become parents, and so we just completely respect all of that. And again, now is a great time to turn off, because we are going to be talking about Mother's Day and how to feel honored on that day.
But if you are not a mother, this is still a great show if Mother's Day is not something that brings you pain.
Truth. And if you would like for us to give you some tips and tricks for how to honor your mother figure in your life, we have that for you today.
And we will see you next week on Tuesday when we will be talking about something completely different.
Yes. So let's start talking about it. I'm just going to say this right off the bat, right here. The key to being a good gift giver is paying attention. That's it. Listen and pay attention.
We said this when we talked about teacher gifts.
We did. It's harder to listen to teachers. It's harder, right? Because you may not be
when you show that you know someone,
right,
the gift means more.
Right. If you're someone who subscribes to the idea of love languages, this is what you need to be paying attention to, because your whatever their love language is, make your gift be tied to that. If this also happens to be a gift that requires any kind of cleanup, and you are relying on the mother figure to do that cleanup, it is not a gift.
X.
For example, breakfast in bed, the stereotypical breakfast in bed for mom. If you do that and you don't clean up the dishes, or you don't clean up the kitchen, and you're expecting her to do it because that's her job and she always does it, that is not a gift. That is a mess.
Oh, do you know that I don't do the dishes?
I did know that. I actually like it. I like doing them. I don't like unloading them.
Oh, well, Abigail unloads. That's her job. And she doesn't do the mugs.
Does she break them?
No, that's like her line in the sand. I'm not putting mugs away.
Okay.
And yeah, right. And at 10 years old, I'm like, you know what? You deserve to be able to say no to some things. So I put the mugs away for her.
There you go. I just think it's very frustrating to...
Oh, yeah. What kind of gift is this if it comes with cleaning up?
If it comes with cleaning up, it's not a gift, right? It's just more work. And no mother figure wants that for Mother's Day.
Well, and this is the same thing if you're bringing a meal to someone. Bring paper plates.
Yeah,
because
agreed.
Then they can throw away. And bring a dish that either they can keep or they can throw out. Because trying to get your casserole pan back.
Right. It's annoying. So don't do that to people. Just honor their time and make it be an actual gift and not a mess that they have to clean up later. Mother's Day gifts are always about the thought behind them. They're always about the intent, right?
Yes.
So
the best Mother's Day gift anyway.
Exactly. The reason that this person is or is not a mother figure has to do with the children or the younger people in their lives, right? So let them be a part of whatever the gift is.
Oh yeah, I love it when the kids are part of it. When they are, making a sweet little card. I love that stuff.
Oh yeah, I have a little tiny flower pot that it has little bees on it. You know how much I love bees. And it's like the bees are made out of his fingerprints.
Oh,
it's so tiny. It's just so cute. I love it. Those are the best.
Yeah. Okay. So, you said breakfast in bed,
yes,
which is like the super classic,
right?
You know what always costs a lot of money at Valentine's Day and Mother's Day? Flowers.
Truth. Yes, that's true. And they mark them up on purpose.
Yeah, it's the classic, right? Flowers on Mother's Day. So if you are going to see your person in person. Cut out the middleman. Do not pay to have them delivered. Bring them yourself. But when you get them, it is always nice to go the extra mile and have them arranged already.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it's not, here's some flowers, now go find a vase, cut them, and arrange them.
Right.
Additionally, it does feel a little bit more special when you have, quote unquote, taken the wrapper off the present, right? Like you would not give someone a gift like still in the grocery bag that it came in.
I mean, I might give you a gift still in the grocery bag.
Yeah.
I gotta save my mom's stash of paper gift bags for people who are going to be
matter.
Party. Yeah. Who matter. That's not it. I mean, I might staple it together for you.
Right.
That might be, it's almost
but
so
when
you
bring flowers, go the extra mile and either ask them to be hand tied at the grocery store, which is a free service.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to ask whoever's at the floral counter. They will take the plastic wrap off of the flowers.
Yes.
And then put them in nice paper.
Yes.
Ask if they can arrange it. Sometimes there's a fee associated with that. So ask up front.
Mm-hmm.
Or bring a vase yourself and present the flowers already in the vase.
Mm-hmm. If you can't afford to have them arranged at the grocery store, it is always better for you to take the plastic off, fill a vase full of water, not all the way full, like 3/4 of the way full, and then put the plant food in and cut the stems like what, 1 inch, 2 inches, maybe about 2 inches, add a diagonal and put them in the vase yourself. Because again, you are making it an actual gift rather than a chore that she then has to put together to enjoy, if that makes any sense.
And if you are helping young children give presents to their mother, let the kids arrange the flowers. And
that's a great idea.
And then tell mom the kids did the arrangement.
Yep.
And that way, when they're all wonky and in different heights, and the kids did it.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly it. And it's a brilliant idea. And she won't be like, let me rearrange.
Yeah.
Because if I see it like that, I'm going to rearrange. But if I find out that Sam did it, I'm going to leave it alone.
Right. It's like when I paint my nails and they're very messy and I haven't had time to clean them up. I just tell people that my daughter did it.
Is she going to listen to this episode and know that you blame her for your nails?
Oh, yeah. She is. And then she's going to look at me and say, Mom, I'm better at painting nails than you are.
Oh, I love her so much. I'm just thinking about what the best gift I've ever gotten was. And that my son was a part of it. So what happened was my husband bought a mama bear and baby bear necklace. I don't wear this necklace all the time. It's got it's like a bigger charm on it. So I kind of have to pick and choose when I wear it. But he intended to give it to me after I was like ready for the day. So it was Mother's Day. I'm cleaning myself up, taking a shower, and I am interrupted by a little boy bringing me, like, we're talking like 2 years old probably at this time, opening the shower door and bringing me my necklace and hanging it, like he's holding it in the shower and his little arm is getting wet. And he's like, mommy. And it was just, it's my favorite gift because even though he didn't necessarily choose it or anything because he's 2, it has a sweet story associated with it because he was a part of it. So that's probably my best one. Making sure your kids are a part of it is going to be a big deal.
I have a funny story about that.
Yeah.
When I was young, like 2 or 3, I don't remember this story. This is a story that's been told to me over and over again. I was young, we are bringing in Mother's Day presents for my mom. They're already wrapped and we're carrying them down the stairs to set them up.
Okay.
And I'm yelling to my dad, I want to carry the Jeopardy game. I want to carry that. So my mom opens it. Oh, wow, a Jeopardy game.
Okay, that's a very unique gift. Did you know that she would enjoy that gift?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
My dad's a great gift giver, and he's an even better gift receiver. Man, he's good.
Oh, those like those sweet little kids who like get a banana and people like videotape them and they're like, I got a banana. And they're so
Yeah.
grateful for it. Oh my goodness, so sweet.
Yeah.
So that's actually really interesting because I was going to say, if you're going to go classic mom gifts, a lot of the things that you'll see on like best of mom gifts for Mother's Day this year are things that are kind of stereotypical, like candles or crock pot,
Bath set.
pajamas, bath sets, a robe.
Oh my gosh, it's the Saturday Night Live Christmas, and I got a robe,
It is. And
and I
that could
got a
not
robe.
have resonated more with mothers across the United States. It was popular for a reason
Yeah.
because every mom was like, yes, I have 4 robes. I don't need another one. So I'm going to caution you on those kinds of gifts unless they have been specifically requested. Do not do that. If it's a candle that's like a $45 candle that you know she's going to love because she always burns candles, that's different from, I don't know
Right.
what to get my mom. This candle is pretty. Here it goes. I would never get
Yeah.
candles for my mom because she burns like one. Like it just doesn't make any sense to do that.
Well, and my mom's allergic to scents.
Is she?
So,
I used to have an
I mean,
allergy to perfumes. It would like make my
she's
skin itchy.
allergic to, I don't know, air.
There's stuff in the air. That's reasonable. I'm allergic to the
Yeah.
air during like pollen season. I'm
Yeah.
itchy everywhere.
You know, the best Mother's Day present I ever got. Actually, I got this present twice on Mother's Day, and both times it was super great.
Hmm.
John gave me tickets to see Cher
Oh,
a few years
that's a
ago.
winner for you.
And it was one ticket for me, one ticket for Abby.
Oh, that's
So I
perfect for
got to take
you.
her. Yeah, it was really fun. And because the concert was several months later and I didn't know she was coming to Texas, it was like a surprise that she's coming and also surprise you get to take Abby. And so a few months later, I got to like relive Mother's Day, which was really fun.
Yeah.
And then one year for Mother's Day, my parents got me tickets to see Paul McCartney.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And
Those are
so
good gifts.
my sister, my dad, my mom, and I all went to go see Paul McCartney.
I feel like there's a theme in that. Those are
They know me.
experience. Well, there's that, but there's an experience there too,
Right.
which for some moms is totally what they want, right? And some moms are like born to be mothers and the only thing they want for Mother's Day is to spend time with their kids. I know a mom who I'm close to who her only request for Mother's Day, she doesn't want a single present. The only thing she asks for every year is a solid 24 hours at home alone. That's it.
And
That's
see?
all that she wants. And the way they do
All
it is
that
really
she wants
exactly.
is another. Sorry.
No, it's fine. The way that they do it is like she gets the house cleaned. I want to say
I like how you're just like, no, it's fine, and you just keep moving on. Like that's what you do, and then you just keep.
It is what you do. I know you well enough at this point.
It's fine. Okay.
I'm good.
Back to my story.
So right. So I'm pretty sure that the way that it works for their family is the house gets cleaned and then she helps ready the family to leave for 24 hours. So she gets the full day alone. The kids and the husband spend the night at grandma's house because that's cool. That's what grandma wants, right? Grandma wants to be around her son and around her grandkids. So that works out really well. So then the next morning, my friend wakes up in the house by herself and gets to cater to her own wants and needs for a solid 24 hours in the house alone. And to her, that is like the perfect Mother's Day. And then they have like dinner together at the house or whatever in the evening. That sounds amazing. That's a great experience to give your mother figure for Mother's Day. I love that idea.
Right. If that's something that she wants.
Right. Again, knowing what she wants. But I'm pretty sure that she advocates for herself. So that's another piece we need to talk about here.
I'm ready to go there. But first, I'm going to say it's okay to ask.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to ask. It's okay. It's okay to say, if your partner is a mom, hey, what would you think if I took the kids away for the whole day on Saturday afternoon and we didn't come back until Sunday afternoon?
Right. Right.
Because I might say, I want to spend Mother's Day with my kids. Or I might say, heck yeah.
Right.
Sounds great.
Or like, I would like to go out for brunch with my girlfriends on Mother's Day and then come home to be with my kids. If you're the partner, it's definitely okay to say, hey, would you like me to do this for you? So let's talk about the advocating for yourself sort of situation. If you are a mother figure and you know that someone in your life is hoping to honor you for Mother's Day, let's talk about how you ask.
This can be hard, right?
Absolutely. I'm horrible about telling people what I want for a gift.
Oh, I am so good at it. I will like text John 25 times the same link. Like, this is what I want. But I also have no class.
I don't know if it's I do know that from a young age I was taught that it is not okay to ask for presents. I think I still have a little bit of that in my head because you don't need to be asking people for them to spend money on you, and I understand that. But I love presents. I love getting them. I love giving them. It is definitely one of my love languages to get presents, and so I need to get over it.
Well, and what you can do is think about gifts that don't have a financial commitment.
Absolutely.
Right? So the asking for things can be hard because there's that financial piece. And especially if you are a mother and you are asking your partner who has shared finances, you know exactly what the position is. Or at least you should. And if you don't, you figure that out, honey.
Yeah, you need to, because you have to advocate for yourself in other ways as well.
Okay. All right. So think about things that you would enjoy for no or a low cost, right? So maybe you want the gift of time, whether it be time alone or time with each of your children or time with your partner, and say, I want to do a different thing with each person in the family on that day, but just one-on-one, right? Or maybe there's something on your honey-do list that you want to ask for. I know that a lot of times my husband gives his mother a chore for Mother's Day.
That's like, a great idea too. Like, she's been asking for the curtain rods to be installed. Do it. Just go do that. I promise you, she will be so happy. You will not stop hearing about it.
Maybe just a chore swap. Maybe there's something that's normally your responsibility in the household and you don't want to do for that weekend.
Right.
And say, I don't want to cook any meals.
Right. I don't want to fold any laundry this weekend.
Yeah.
Those are totally reasonable requests for Mother's Day if that's what would make you feel honored. Absolutely. Or I would like to hire someone to come and clean the house for me on this one day. Right. Can we make that happen? And again, that might be a financial piece, but it is okay to ask for that kind of thing as well. Sometimes those are the best sorts of things. Take something off your plate.
I don't know about you. I know you have that FrameBridge app.
I do. Yeah.
I am terrible about taking the pictures off my phone. This is a low cost gift. Pick the pictures that you want and have them printed.
And then you can go to some like inexpensive little place to get, again, low cost picture frames and have those framed for your mother figure. That's a great way to do that.
And the deal is, sometimes what's deterring me from printing the pictures is the amount of time it's going to take sitting at the computer and doing it. So maybe what you're giving is the gift of time to go do that chore, or you are asking someone to do it for you. And you're saying, okay, what I really want is framed pictures. Here are the ones I want. I've already marked them in my phone. Will you please take the time to load them up, get them printed, frame them, and hang them up?
I love that idea. I love it.
And I do not love fighting the crowds on Mother's Day to go out to eat. I know that it's some people's jam. I know that that's like, I love having brunch on Mother's Day. I love going and doing the big buffet or whatever it is that you love to do. Bottomless mimosas, big fan. But the Mother's the Mother's Day brunch for me is like, I want someone to order in for me.
Yeah.
I want to either eat it at my picnic table outside and enjoy the weather, or in the bed in front of a movie. I don't even care. But I don't want to have to wait an hour and a half for a table. It's not worth it to me.
No. And then I don't know about you, but at restaurants, I am concerned about how my child is behaving.
Right.
So to
and
me, it's an added
expense.
Yeah. To me, it's an
Right?
added
Like
piece of stress, and it's an expense that I don't need.
Right. You've spent this money, so you feel like you're contractually obligated to have a good time.
Right.
And if your child doesn't behave the way you want them to, or the food isn't as fabulous as you expected it to be, that can be a letdown. But the ordering in thing, man, I'm a big fan.
Absolutely. I think that's a great way to go. I think overall here, again, our message is please pay attention to the mother figure that you are trying to honor, or it is okay to ask for what you want. It is okay to tell someone what you want for Mother's Day. And remember, this is a day that is specifically designed to honor you as the mother figure in someone else's life. So you need to be able to walk out of that day or go to sleep that night and think, I was made to feel honored as this person's mother figure.
Yeah.
So ask.
For sure. I love a gift that shows I'm known. We've said this before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so John, if you're listening, what I want for Mother's Day is a barbecue in the backyard. I want you to cook everything. I don't want to do any prep. I don't want to do any cleanup. I don't care what you cook, but I want to eat in the backyard something really great that you barbecued.
Nice. I like that. I don't know what I want for Mother's Day this year, but I am going to start thinking about it, Bryce. I'm sorry that I haven't so far, but I will start thinking about it, and I will advocate for myself. So now I'm going to say the thing that is the annoying part that keeps us going. If you could rate and review and subscribe to our show, it helps our show get out there. If you see one of our posts, interact with it. That would also be a great way to keep our show getting attention. So aside from rating and reviewing and subscribing, please just give us a like on social media. It will help so much.
It's Mother's Day.
Mother's Day is May 8th this year.
That's the same day as the Miami race.
Nice. Honor thy mother figure.
What else would a mom say besides make good choices?
And give her a gift card that she might actually use. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hey friends, thanks for listening to the CK and GK podcast. Find us at CK and GK podcast on Instagram and Twitter, and rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Good Pods, or anywhere else that you pod. See you next time.